Hello everyone. Uh, in the previous video, I show the functionalities and the page of the my project, and now we will see the backend of the project and uh, how the page operate and which principle and patterns used in the uh, deployment and uh, the other features of the project. Also, we will examine the project structure. Firstly, I want to say that uh, these are the uh, these are the principle and methods used in my project. Firstly, we will talk about singleton design pattern and the project structure. I use a very similar structure to MVC. Firstly, let's go to the database and .php file. This is the or singleton class. I implement a singleton pattern to it. What is singleton pattern? First, I need to talk about it. Uh, this pattern involves a single class which is responsible to create an object while making sure that only the single object gets created. This class provides a way to access this only object which can be accessed directly without need to instantiate the object of class. Yani this means when you create an instance of this object, you will not create it again. The instances of this object will create it only one time. And when I need to use this object instances, I will get the same instances in each time. Let's look at the UML diagram and examine it deeply. I create a database class which has a singleton pattern structure. It have a private static instances variable. Also, it have some functions like get instance, get connection, and it have a constructor too. When I call get instances, I will check whether the instances is null, private instances variable is null or not. If it's null, I will create instances, then I will return it. When I try to get instances of this object again by calling get instances, I will get the same object. It will return the same object to me because the instances of this class will create it one time, only one time. Let's see the code. The database has some properties like instances, hosts, DB name, username, and password. These are these are used to connect our database. We have get instances method. Uh, we will check the instances static variable is empty or not. If it's empty, it means it's null. We will create an object which type is the database is the same type is the same object type, and we will store it into instances static variable. Then when I try to call this function again, my instances variable is not null. Is contained a database object. Because of that, I will skip this part and I will get the same instances variable. Let's see the construct method. In construction method, we are creating a connection, database connection object, DBO object, by using private features of the class. Then when I create this one, I will store it to connect property. This connect property. Then when I try to get a connection from this object, I will call this get connection method, and it will return the connection to me. Why I use this pattern? I need to create only one instances for my database connection, and I don't want to allow to create it again. Whole system will use the same point to connect database and make operations on database. This is not allowed to create more than one instances of this object. Okay, we will create it. We will create the database object and we will get connection from it. And we will use this object in each most of the other files and other classes. Let's see the project structure too. We have classes folder. Inside of this folder, I have some patterns and related classes. So think about that. What happened? I put the GUI responsibility to a business class, a logical class. It does not work, isn't it? It is not usable. The concern of the concern must be separated to parts. As you know, we have a principle called separation of the concern. In this principle, say, put the responsibility to related object, not put GUI responsibility to a domain or business object or operator object. GUI must take its responsibility of itself, and the other operators and other classes, logical classes, operational classes, must take its own responsibility. Each must be take its own related properties. In this way, we can access high cohesion and low coupling. These are the most important principles of the object-oriented development. So, because of that, I have a controller folder. Inside of this controller folder, I am doing some operations related to classes and views. Views and controller files separated from each other to match model view separation principle. So we have a static folder. It contains static files like image and CSV files. Also we have templates file. Inside of this file we have some views, common views, which included by all of the views. This is an appropriate project structure. Guys, see you in the next videos. In the next videos, I will explain the other patterns and functionalities of my project and views. See you. Take care of yourself.